How was I able to find qualified employees with Facebook ads? So I ran this one Facebook ad campaign for a home care agency. And as you can see here, I was able to get 36 leads. And this was only with 1 day of running the ad. I actually had to stop this ad because we were getting way too many applicants, way too many qualified applicants coming in. And all these qualified applicants were coming at 71 cents a piece, and it ranked above average, above average, above average, meaning that this ad was getting shown for cheaper, meaning that I was able to find more qualified employees for cheap for this home care agency. And it doesn't matter what business you're in, what industry you're in, you can be in the clown industry for all that matters. By the end of this video, you're gonna know how to set up an ad just like this one to get dozens and dozens of qualified employees rolling into your business and who are ready to work for you and make you more money. So let's get right into it. So what's going on, everybody? It's Aaron here, and if you don't know who I am already, I am an expert Facebook and Google marketer, helping businesses like yours grow through Facebook and Google ads. And in this video, we're going to focus on Facebook. If you're new here, be sure to leave a comment below. And also, I am doing a giveaway that's supposed to end February 15th. So this giveaway is to give away a $25 Amazon gift card to one of my subscribers on this channel, just as a thank you for reaching 100 subs a while ago. So be sure to hit subscribe and then check the link in the description for more details, and make sure you leave a comment about Facebook ads, and then you'll be entered to win. So how did I set up this Facebook ad so that way we were able to get qualified employees, and that I actually had to stop this ad from running because we were getting too many qualified employees, and the owner of the home care agency wanted sometimes, call the employees and like set up an interview with them. I'm just gonna go through how I set up this ad, and then I'm gonna walk through with you step by step, so that way you know exactly each click I did to set up the ad the way I did. So let's first go over let's review this campaign that I set up, and then I'm gonna show you my thought process behind it. So first thing you gotta do is, this is very important because Facebook will, dock you for this, and they won't run your ad if you don't do it. You actually have to create an ad in the special ad category. So, I mean, it's been around, but it's still kind of newish. And every time you create a specific campaign, if it fits within housing, employment, which is what we're doing, and credit, then you have to do this special ad campaign. This is because this way you are like compliant, and you don't break any laws, and Facebook's just going to ensure of it. Because if you break any laws, then it's A, you're going to get in trouble, and B, Facebook is going to get in trouble. So Facebook doesn't want that. So what I did was I created a special ad category, and then I did lead generation, and you didn't have to do anything else here. So again, you choose that I'm making a special category, employment, lead generation, and you don't have to worry about campaign budget optimization. So now we're going to get to the ad set level, which is all the targeting. So with the ad set, pretty much the targeting was very, very simple in my hands. So pretty much what we did was we just targeted people in the area that she's looking for workers in. And with the special ad category, you can't change the age and gender. And with the detailed targeting, you're actually very, very restricted. So you don't actually have to go through a lot of the market research, which I suggest you do if you're trying to find customers for the most part. Because with workers, it's, really, really different. So pretty much the only interest I had here, the area was pretty small, was just medicine. So, but if you want to find more stuff you could possibly use, just choose browse, and you can browse on all this different kinds of things that people are looking for. And one thing you can do, actually, you know what, before I get into that, I'll show you guys at the end of this video a little how you can do, so you can show your ad directly to people who are already looking for jobs. But for now, let's just continue to, review this campaign that I set up. So since she's a home care agency, I wanted to only target people who are like interested in medicine because they're the most likely people to actually, be qualified for this job. And then I did edit placements, and then these are the different feeds I did there. I think Facebook automatically did this, so you don't really have to worry about the placement. And for the budget, yeah, so I just did $13 a day. You can spend I got 71-cent leads, so you can do $5 a day if you really want. But I just want to, get this ad up and running, and $13 a day seemed like a very good fit. So what about the ad itself? So the ad itself was very, very, very simple. So I just took literally a picture from the page that the home care agency was involved with, and they had some type of employee party, and they took a lot of pictures from that. So I literally just took one of those pictures and put it at an ad. So I chose this specific picture because, it shows the owner who's right here, and, she's having a fun time with other employees at this party. They're showing emotion, smiles on the face. So your workers are gonna see that photo and gonna be like, this must be a good place to work because, they're having an employment party. She's smiling with one of the other workers. They seem like they're all having a fun time. So if you can choose a picture that, shows that you're having a fun time, wherever you work, whatever you do, try not to use this just a stock photo. Just use one with your employees smiling, and that should be good. And the very first line is very important. I said, home health aide wanted, because that's what she was looking for. Get an interview within 72 hours. This is how you qualify them. If they're not a home health aide, they are not going to reply, and they're just going to skip on through the ad, which is what we want. We don't want unqualified employees. And then I also said get an interview within 72 hours, because this is great, because a lot of the pain points of applying to jobs, as you most likely know, is just waiting for that interview, waiting for that forsaken interview that you're just wanting to happen. So now I say you can get an interview pretty much fast. So when people see that, it's like, okay, I can get an interview and start working fast. And then I continue on to, continue qualifying. So are you a home health aide, a registered nurse with home care experience, or a caregiver who wants to get their certification? Because this employer does offer a discounted certification training. So then I said, be a part of a team that impacts lives and makes smiles to people's faces every day. You want to say the main benefit that people are going to get when they work with you. And then you want to list like the benefits that you're going to offer your employees. And I like using this green check mark emoji because it stands out really well. It looks really nice, and it like makes you think positively. Then I just said something else saying like, oh, if you love those who need it most and getting a fulfilling feeling knows you impacts lives, apply now. And then I said, click below and take a minute, meaning that it's going to be very, very quick. And then you fill out this application, then we'll call you within 72 hours. And then the headline is apply now and have an interview within 72 hours, just reinstating the first fact I have here. And that's because most people read the headline first. They see the picture, then they read the headline. Then if the headline actually interests them, then they'll go ahead and read the copy. Then I just have for the description just to visit the website, just so they can learn more about us and learn more about what we do. And then the call to action is, of course, apply now. And then the lead form is I'm going to show you. Pretty much what I did was this employer wanted employees like ASAP because, she was getting way too many customers, no thanks to me, and she needed more employers, right? So I just did more volume, which is so that people can just fill it out with their information and then go. But if you want, people to, take more time to like look through the application, you can do higher intent. And all this does is just say like, are you sure that this information is correct? And then people will hit yes. Either way, you'll still probably get a lot of good qualified applicants. And then for the intro, which is this part here, I just said, just to remind you, here's what some of the benefits include. So I just listed it in bullet points. You can choose the layout. I recommend bullet points because they're a lot easier to read. And just use the image from the ad as well. But again, here are the benefits. The more benefits you have, the better, but you want at least 3 to 5 benefits. And then the questions that you ask, again, she wanted like, employees really fast. And I already qualified them saying that if they're home health aides, then fill out the application. And then I just made it just give us your full name, your phone number, and your email, so that way we can actually call the business. The more information you ask, the less applications you can expect. But you can add, other questions as well. So you can say, for example, you can add like a short answer question, be like, oh, why do you want to actually work with us? Or like, what makes you qualified? What's your experience? But don't expect a lot more employees applying for the job. And besides, that kind of answer you can get when you actually call the person. But if you want, to completely like 100% qualify these leads first, and you're not really in much of a rush to losing employees, I recommend just doing the short answer. And then you do need a privacy policy in order to run Facebook lead ads. So I made a video on how to do it, even if, you most likely do have a website, but even if you don't have a website, I made a video about it, which I'll probably have as an iCard up there. And if you do have a website, just link your privacy policy right here, and then your thank you screen, and then just say that we will call you within 72 hours. So pretty much that's just a quick overview of how I set up the ad for for the employer. So now I'm gonna just create a new ad from scratch, so that way you guys can see the thought process that I went through when creating this employee ad. So that way you can use that thought process as like a framework to run your own Facebook ads to get yourself some qualified employees for 71 cents. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is obviously we're on the ads manager, so let's hit create. And then if you have a website that you want to lead people to, you can always use traffic. But if you need qualified employees pretty fast and for very cheap, I recommend just using the lead generation, which is what I was doing beforehand, because that way they can just fill out a form on Facebook, and then you can reach out and call them within 3 days or within 1 day or whatever. So just do lead generation, make sure you name it what you want, and then be sure, since you're looking for employees, that you check off I'm creating an ad campaign in a special category, and then you choose employment. So then you hit continue. Okay, so you make sure that your page is the correct page. And of course, since we're doing in a special ad category, there are some things that are fixed. And for the area, you can just click edit here, and then you can X off the United States. What they're saying here is zip code selection is unavailable. So pretty much you have to just type in the city that you're in. So let's say you're in Boston. So just say Boston, Massachusetts, and you're looking for employees there. You can say something like that. And or what you can do is you can just have a list of cities that you're looking for employees in, and then just bulk paste them here. I usually do that by browse, save locations. You can create a list, and then what you can do is cities, and then you can paste all the cities that you're looking for employees in if you have multiple locations. So let's just stick with Boston for right now. We can't change the age, we can't change the gender, and let's go to the detailed targeting. And this is the hack I want to show you guys to find people who are not only qualified but looking for a job as well. So with detailed targeting, you are very, very restricted, because you can only target interests, and only specific interests too. You can't target demographics or behaviors, because that's considered discrimination. So what we do is that, let's say I'm looking for a new bookkeeper for my business, because everything's getting out of hand. I'm having too many appointments. I need a new bookkeeper. So what you can do is you can just browse until you find an interest that mostly relates to the industry that you're working with, because since there's not a lot of interest you can possibly target, you're kind of very, very restricted with Facebook's detailed targeting here. So you just want to keep looking for stuff until something matches. So here's bookkeeping, and you can also maybe choose budget as well, or maybe something with note taking. Business administration is good. There's a lot of different interests here that you can target, which is pretty nice. So be sure that you look through all those interests and choose the one that's most related. And if you specifically want to find people that are very interested in, like, who are searching for employment, all you have to do is just narrow the audience. So let me just do that again, just in case you missed it. So I click here, narrow audience, and then you click on here. So, and it's must also match, meaning that people must be into bookkeeping and also, like, let's see, there should be, oh, here we go, employment. So people, applications for employments. I think there's one that's specifically, no, job hunting. Yeah, people have to be interested in bookkeeping, and also people have to be interested in job hunting, and let's say job interview as well. So the only thing with that is that you might, especially if you're in a local area, your audience may be way too small. So you don't necessarily need these, but if you want to make sure that you're only showing to add to people that are looking for a job, you can do that, especially if your area is big enough. What you can also do is just look at the suggestions here. So if they're into bookkeeping, they're probably into accounting, let's see, business, let's see what's more. I think we found something before. Financial services, if you're a financial agent, let's say that we are. So yeah, now we have a lot of people. So now we are finding people who are into bookkeeping, into financial services, and into accounting, and also are job hunting as well. So that's the detailed targeting that we need to have. So you can choose automatic placements for now, or you can edit the placements to make sure your ad doesn't show in places you don't want it to show. But since it's a lead ad, it's most likely just going to show on the Facebook mobile news feed. But if you really just want to make sure of that, just click on edit placements, and you could just deselect everything, deselect from stories, deselect from in-stream, and then it can't show in messages, and deselect from articles as well. But you can let Facebook do its thing, so you can choose automatic. The budget, again, it depends your budget, how much you want to spend on getting employees. But let's just start with $10 a day. You can start with $5 a day, it doesn't really matter. Since I generally with finding employees, it's just going to be a lot easier. You hit continue, and then we make the ad. So pretty much, I mean, I kind of went over how I constructed the ad beginning of this video. So pretty much you want to make sure that you say in the first line the position that you're hiring, and if you can, how fast they could possibly get an interview. Then you list all the benefits that they're going to get, and then you fill out a lead form. So you can just create a new lead form here and fill it out the way like I showed in the beginning of the video. And then, yeah, you should be able to get a lot of leads fast, because especially since you're offering employment, it's kind of like you're giving people money. People are always searching for a job, and if they're on Facebook and they see like, hey, I've matched this position, hey, I like all these benefits, they will definitely apply. But just to be sure to follow up with those leads, if you don't check Facebook often, you can get something called Zapier. I made a video about it up there, and it will tell you every time you get a new lead, and then you can follow up with them immediately, because the faster you follow up with these leads, the better. So that is how you get qualified employees with Facebook ads. If you want to know how to run Facebook ads to get qualified customers for your business, click on the video I have up there. That's going to show you how to run Facebook ads for local businesses. And even if you're not a local business, these concepts can be used to, get customers through your door, and with all the new qualified employees that you just got. So I'll see you guys in that video. Take